Did you see Sweden pass that law that kids under 2 can't have screens?
I
Like you
think
can't.
that's good.
I think that's good too. I'm curious to see how that progresses, especially
I
because I think the
just
same thing.
I think it's I think we're screwed though. I think it's
Too late.
yeah, I don't think anyone thought like the repercussions would even be that good. Like no, I don't think anyone honestly thought when cell phones were put out and tablets and like even just like more commercialized televisions and stuff. Like
Hmm.
I think it was I think people knew like, hey, this is going to grab people's attention, but I don't think they knew how well it would.
Well,
And I
yeah, they
and I
designed it so it's super simple to use, and like anyone can pick up an iPad and like figure it out. They made it to be extremely universal across the
yeah,
board because it would sell more, and because Apple's all about the usability and whatnot. Um, and so, you know, of course, kids can just pick it up, and if they don't
yeah,
have a lock on it, they can. That's honestly the one thing that stops uh, the little ones, like in my family that I know, all my little
I
nieces
know.
and nephews. It's like if they'll be like, "What's the, do you know the password for this?" I'm like, "Nope, sorry,
Yeah.
don't know it."
Yeah. And like I was somewhat that way too, I think, cuz like growing up I always had like a Game Boy in front of me.
And see, that's the thing. That's different
For sure.
because
And
because
like
kids
and
they grab the iPad, all they do is watch YouTube. So they're not,
yeah.
you're playing Game Boy, like at least you're like doing something. Your mind is
Yeah.
active while you're doing it, because you
True.
can just like zone out watching YouTube, and stuff like that. So like, because even these kids like they watch these screens all day, but they don't know how to like they're not gamers, right? Like
No.
they don't even know how a Game Boy works. They wouldn't even figure it out.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible to see how they can be
Yeah.
like sort of I don't. It's not tech savviness. They're just like so used to
Well,
it's natural already.
yeah.
It's so easy to grasp like YouTube and like iPads and iPhones. It's so easy to do that.
Yeah, there was a guy way back when that said like you can create a genius. You just have to start young enough. And like he on his three daughters, he chose chess.
Yeah,
And I think like one
all
of them was a
three,
grand
all three of them.
no, yeah, they were awesome at chess and I think one of them was like a grand wizard at like I don't know if grand wizard's the right term or not. I know
I
that's a
think it's just
term for something
Grandmaster.
else.
It's Grandmaster. I
Yeah.
think Grand Wizard's a KKK term.
Yeah,
Isn't that a
yeah.
KKK term?
Yeah.
Jesus, right at the start. Welcome to Path 115 of Mellow Brick Road. Hi. That was. Let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Um, I think yes, Grandmaster. I think it was, each one of his daughters was a Grandmaster. Like each one was younger than the one
Yeah.
before, and the third
Yeah.
one I think was like I don't. Do you know the age? I can't remember how old she
I want to say
was.
like 11, but that might be too
I
young.
think
It
it's
might
something
have been.
crazy, and I love
Yeah.
chess. And I am terrible at it.
Me too.
If I play someone, like, I'll be, oh yeah, I know how to play. I love chess because I love like the strategizing, but I'm so bad
Yeah.
at it. But
I
it's just
can't do two
I just
moves
like
ahead.
playing it. Like I had
I
to play a
can
computer
yeah. I don't know.
on easy.
I played at an internship a while ago. There was just a chess app and you could just,
Yeah,
play random people
I have
or your
that.
friends. Yeah. And I was in like this intern group that they only did that during the job and they smoked me every game, dude. And it's
Yeah,
just like I can't like I like playing chess, but I'm
yeah,
too competitive to always lose. And like chess is one of those games that's like I could get really good at it if I really wanted to, but
right.
that's a lot of commitment.
Like the learning of like all the moves is so crazy because it's
Yeah.
all based on like the other person making the right moves against you. But like the way that chess is so fine toothed for like ages, for so long, it was like it's such an old game. That like they know how to like make a move that they know the other person will have to make this move for some like weird psychological reason. They've like broken every single move. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And again, like I love chess, but again, I had a friend at a work job, at a work job. Uh, we'd play that game during
Mhm.
breaks and like after work and whatnot because it was like an app. And
Yeah.
he beat me every time. And I was like, oh yeah, I love chess. I wanted to look for someone to play with. And he was like, oh, I play chess. And he like played chess. Like I don't know. He would beat me in like 10 moves. It was like that
Yeah, man.
fast. So I was just like stop playing him because I can't. I was like I can't. I'm not even learning because he was kind of an asshole about it.
Yeah. But long story short, what I was getting at with that is uh a young child's brain is super like just moldable. So
Hmm.
like it picks up on everything super quick. That's why like other countries have teach English in elementary school just cuz like it's a lot easier for them to pick up then than like in high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's just there's just too much nonsense, then there's too much nothing on like the internet now, and that's what's ruining everything, you know? Like Temple
There's
Run. It's
it
like
seemed.
I get
Oh
it, but
yeah.
there's nothing. It's nothing. And
And
then
there's like a million games that are exactly like Temple Run. Have you seen like that? But are just like with a
Subway
different like
Surfer.
wallpaper on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. But yeah, Subway Surfer is. Yeah, it is that game. Holy shit.
Yeah. With just with 3 lanes instead of one or whatever.
I remember
But
playing Temple Run back in like, oh man, would it be middle school? Maybe no, probably like freshman year. I remember like in FCCLA, like state events, people were always
yeah.
like playing stuff. But even back then, people were just making little notes on paper. Like you would write something down and you just like throw it into a crowd. Like that was the fun thing to do. Even when I was like in high school, you
Yeah.
just like we used to take like people's phone numbers. Like you would get your phone number, and then like that happened to me one time. They took my phone number and then
Oh
they
no.
made like 100 copies of it and just like threw it like confetti at this event. And my
Yeah.
phone was flooded with all these random things. It was great, and I'm
I
glad nothing bad happened from it.
I got
I don't
a
think.
I got a random number at an FCCLA event as well. It was from actually the person sitting right next to me that I ended up talking to for most of the event.
Yeah,
And like she was really cool. And like
nice.
she's
That's
like, "Hey, let's exchange numbers." And I honestly
yeah,
didn't think any no, I didn't think anything like that way. Just like,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't know this person. I've never been to this area. Would be nice to like have like a familiar
We
face or
think the
whatever."
same way in that
No, and
regard.
yeah, it's just like it's like I had no ill will behind it or whatever, and then my buddy who was sitting next to me, he is like, "Nah, I'm okay." I was like, "Well, that's just rude, dude."
What a
Here's
rude
another
dude.
common, yeah. Here's another common fact that me and that guy had. We both had girlfriends at the time, and oh boy, was my girlfriend not happy. And
Oh
I,
yeah,
looking back at it, I understand why. But like in the moment, I was just like, I don't get it,
yeah.
you
You're
know?
just meeting someone. This is what these events are for. These events are
Yeah.
for like people to get together and like meet and
Yeah, and
whatnot.
sorry that I didn't realize talking to another person was flirting. Like, that's my bad.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy the society we
I
live
mean,
in.
looking back at it now, though, and talking to enough people, everyone was just like,
No, I
"Yeah,
think you're
dude, that
fine.
was yeah."
But
But
you didn't see it that way.
no,
It's
I
from
think
your perspective, it wasn't. So like whatever
right.
anyone else says, they're like, well, obviously you were flirting. It's like no, you weren't. They're all everyone in your
Yeah,
life gaslit you, Mason. I
thank
want you
you.
to know that right now.
I think
You
you
are
and
being
I are
seen.
just thank you. I think just you and I are maybe just on this spectrum thingy. I don't
I
know.
knew you were gonna
I
say
don't know.
Spectrum. I knew you were gonna say Spectrum.
Maybe.
We're just on a different wavelength. One time, This might be for the Patreon. This might be for the Patreon story.
20 minutes later.
And yeah, then they told me what was going on. I was like, yeah, of course I knew. Of course I knew that was going on. Duh. Wow. Yes. Yeah. So maybe you're not as far on that spectrum as I am.
I don't know.
You know, I've grown since then.
Yeah.
I've grown since then a little bit, just a little bit. I'm still horribly ignorant.
Yeah. I mean, I know how to pay bills and stuff, but
Oh
that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
it.
It's just the social interactions. Well, I'm
Oh,
better. I'm better when someone like, you know, I'm not like you interact with me
yeah,
and I'm fine. I can like slide into a conversation
yeah.
like nobody's or whatever, you know. But like being the one who interacts, like makes that initial go, I'm getting better at.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Getting better at.
Dude, I sometimes, especially if the person you like is just interesting, you can tell they're an interesting person. Dude, I get this itch
Oh
so bad,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
just
yeah.
have to go up and be like, dude,
We
what is going on with you right now?
yeah,
Like,
we need to go to LA and go to the Comedy Store together because dude, the characters I saw hanging out at the bar of the Comedy Store like at 1 a.m. you would have a ball. I saw a dude, I legit thought, and I'll be honest, I had just smoked a big old blunt before we went to the show, and there was weed smoke everywhere because it's California and they were having a good time, and I literally legit for a second thought I had transported back to like 1970. This dude had
mm,
on the craziest get up, like denim all the way, big old funky hat, like big funky hat.
mhm,
Also looked like it had denim on it, and like sparkles and like these swirls,
yeah.
and like the denim jacket, bell bottoms, dude. The long hair, the Fu Manchu goatee. Is that okay to say? Or is that, you know what I mean, like the long mustache kind of thing? Like yeah, the
Oh,
or no,
because it's called a Fu Manchu, and that's probably
is that not a?
I don't
Am I
know.
just
I
overreacting?
haven't heard anyone try to cancel it, but we
Okay,
could be the first.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'll get us some clout at least.
But you know what I'm talking about, the mustache that like, and then the
Yeah,
it
the
was
dope looking
strange,
mustache.
but he looked like he was from like he grew up maybe in like Wisconsin or something. It's
Mm.
like super pale,
Oh,
dude, funky looking. I mean, it was
yeah.
awesome, and I was like, I dig your look, man. And he was like, thanks, brother, or he said something like that, and I just kept, I was walking out, I was filing out of the show, and he was just like standing like a mannequin. He was just standing there. It was awesome. Okay, here's what we can talk about.
Okay.
I saw a poster. I did not know this was coming out. This movie, upcoming horror movie. You're gonna be excited. I
Okay.
didn't know it was coming out. I saw a poster for VHS Beyond. Dude,
Oh,
new there it is right there. It's on.
that's
It's right.
crazy. That's like the fifth one, I think.
Yeah, it's. I think it's all sci-fi. It looks
Oh,
awesome, dude. It looks so crazy. Very excited. Kind of makes me want to do just a rerun of all of them again, which I've done
yeah.
a few times.
I think I've only seen the first two. I don't think I saw the third one. I don't know
Mm,
if there is a fourth one. The first one
yeah,
and two were really good though. Dude,
the first two are amazing.
there's
They're so
still
good.
every now and then Chandler will, I guess he hasn't done it in a while, but I bet if anyone reminded him, he just does the I like you thing from the first one with the
Mm,
creepy looking girl.
yeah.
And it's just like so unsettling because like every time he does it, I know exactly what he's talking about. It's just like, get away from me.
Okay, so apparently they've been on a banger. They've been cranking these movies out the last
Good for
few
them.
years. So you got VHS 2012, right? VHS 2 is 2013,
Oh, so probably not.
and then VHS 3, which was called VHS Viral,
Oh, yes.
came out in 2014. So you got 2012,
Oh,
2013,
wow.
and 2014.
They really cranked
Well,
those
they're
out.
all independent films, all kind of strung together. So I guess that does kind of help with like being
Yeah.
able to get a lot of footage. Um, and I think they've all
Owie.
been that same way, that same theme. And so then in 2021, you got VHS 94, which
Ooh.
so yeah, like back then. Then you got VHS 99 in 2022. In 2023, you have VHS 85.
Oh.
Yeah, and then now in 2024 in October we're getting VHS Beyond, which is all
Okay.
sci-fi. So I don't think I've seen 85 or
That correct.
99.
You don't. Is that the correct way to say that?
What's that?
I think I've
VHS.
seen.
I
Or
think
is it?
I've
I think
seen.
I've saw. I think I've seen. I don't know when to. I don't know
I
when
didn't.
to use those two. Like, because I've definitely heard it used wrong a lot coming from the area we're from.
Yes, it drives me insane.
But then I don't know when to use it correctly.
You saw something. You didn't seen something. I seen that. No, you saw that. Saw is the
Okay.
past tense.
Yeah. Okay. So when you start bringing in that terminology, you're just going to lose me because I don't
So,
think anyone else
well, I
knows
guess
what you're
they're
talking about.
seen. I guess. Okay. So when you're saying I saw something,
Yes.
it was something that you were
Witnessed.
seeing in the past.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. And I
When
was kind
you
of
okay,
joking about past tense, but yes.
so when something is seen,
That's
okay,
present
okay.
tense.
So saw is you observing something or you observed
Right.
something. Seen is something being observed
Observed.
by
Okay.
you. So it's the objects,
I saw
whatever
it,
the
but it
word
was
is.
seen by me.
Yeah, you
Kind
did
of.
it. Yes, that's
Okay.
no. I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it. It sounded nice, so we're gonna say you A plus, buddy. You graduated. Get the confetti. Get the confetti
Yay.
going. Whoa, my God!
Yay.
I've
My
been
mom
watching
would be
so
so
much.
proud.
I've been watching so
Actually,
much
no,
Tim and
she
Eric.
wouldn't be.
No, she'd love it. I'll call her.
Not at 30.
Well, wasn't you a math teacher anyway?
Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, it was she wanted
I thought
readers.
also branching off of VHS Beyond, swinging back
Mhm.
over to horror movies.
Mm.
I don't know if did you know there was a new Alien movie, the Alien Romulus
No.
movie. Okay, bro, I watched Alien Romulus the other day. Gotta say, I won't give you my sources. Nice try. Not gonna give you my sources on how I watched it.
Oh, okay.
It was really good.
Oh, okay.
It was a good horror. It was a really good addition to the Alien franchise. I thought it was really fun. And the ending really, really, truly disgusted and horrified me in a way that I have not felt like I haven't felt like that in so long watching a horror movie where I was just truly I was so upset watching what I was watching. It was and I couldn't stop. I couldn't help but rewind a couple times to
Hmm.
like rewatch it to like make sure I was really seeing because it was insane looking. It was insane when I was watching. It was awesome. Horrible. Uh, I can't imagine being a woman and watching that movie. Truly, and I don't even know what that says about me or what I just said. But like, just I'm not gonna spoil it. What happens? But like, it was upsetting to watch. Let me just get to this. The beginning I'm glad I stuck through. Let me put it that way to the end.
So it's a slow start.
It's a rough start, I'd say. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I was in a weird mood that day. They're all like young. I don't know. I don't know if British is the correct generic term, but they're all like European. They're European teenagers. I thought I was watching Skins.
Ooh.
Most of the movie, which is fine, which is great. I like Skins. Um,
European
and
skins is cool.
yeah. And I mean, it wasn't like they were like rowdy, crazy teenagers, but they were all just young European teenagers is what I'm going with.
Yeah.
And the lead, she was great. I don't have her name. I don't have any information pulled up. Sorry, guys. This is off the top of my head. But like, I was telling Trace, I was telling him about it. It was cray. Um, but yeah, the beginning felt very much just like I was watching a like Gilmore Girl, not Gilmore, yeah, Gilmore Girls, Gossip Girl. It felt very just like a bunch of teenagers on a ship. But like when they get to the Nostromo, because I think this movie takes place. I don't know the exact years. Again, like I said, I didn't do any research. But it takes place a few years, like maybe a decade after the first Alien movie. So
Okay.
at the end of the first Alien movie, she gets in the escape pod and she gets out of there, and she has the alien on the escape pod, leading obviously to aliens. But so in Romulus, these people, I don't know if they're a scavenger ship or if they're like what I don't know what they're doing honestly. Um,
Mhm.
again, I was playing Hitman 3. I was watching this. I was smoking. So who's to say what was truly going on at the beginning of the movie? But they see this ship drifting, and they're like, "What's that drifting over there? Why is that drifting?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just an abandoned ship. Looks like it's been abandoned for a while. Probably like got broke or something, and they just never picked it up or something like that." And you see like as the ship like turns in the light, you see like Nostromo, and I was like, "That is awesome looking." It's so cool if you've seen Alien and you're like, "Oh my god, that's the ship. That's Nostromo." And if you've never seen Alien, then you don't. I mean, it's just you're like, "Whoa." You wouldn't really think twice about like the name reveal of the ship. You'd be like, "Okay, whatever." Um, but like as a fan, because then they get in the ship, and that's how everything looks like old school again, which is really fun. And then they find out there's like a bunch of fucking aliens in the ship, and it's fucking crazy, dude. Like the face huggers in this movie. I've been doing this a lot the last few days, crawling around, going up to my nephew and like putting it over his head. But it also is really upsetting because like how those things like they go on the head because they're like implanting the seed of the alien that spits out the chest, which they do have a chest burster scene, and they have another scene that you wish was a chest burster scene, which is so much, so much, so much worse than a chest burster scene, which you didn't know was a thing. You didn't know it would be worse, but it is. And Yeah, so you actually see like they are actually like able to pull the face huggers off of people's faces. And you see like the slimy little. It looks very phallic, of course, because it's alien. But like it's like a like a wet finger, just like the girl has it like in her mouth, and you can see it like trying to like it's like slimy. It's so disgusting, and it's just pumping out this nasty xenomorph cum. I guess I don't know. It's really upsetting to watch the little squirmy penises of the face huggers. Because again, like you didn't very this movie is very sexual imagery, like the original, where you're just like something's like spitting like this goo from above, and they look up, and you're like, why does it look like that? That's crazy. That's a straight up. That's what that is. Like I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just like there are times where you're just like, oh my god, that is like right in your face. I like it though. That's the whole. That's the aesthetic. That's what they. I'm glad it wasn't like toned down. It didn't feel toned down. It felt like it was turned up. It was awesome. You should watch it.
I don't know. I don't think now that you've been talking about Alien, I don't think I've actually ever seen
We should
a whole
watch.
Alien movie all the way through.
We should watch Alien. It's so
Maybe.
good. Oh my god, Mason, it's so good. You'd love it.
I don't know, man. Like I'm into sci-fi and stuff, but I feel like Alien's just gone. It's past. Like I gave
No, it
I
holds
gave
up.
Predator, the new Predator movie, a try, and I did not like it at all.
What was that called? Prey?
Prey,
You
yeah,
didn't like that?
no.
Oh, I thought it was a good revamp
I
for the franchise of Predator
I
because
thought
Predator is
I thought
going
it was just
down. It was good.
unrealistic.
Oh,
I just
of course it's unrealistic. It's a fucking space alien hunter.
I know,
It was
but
so dope. Did you see how dope it looked? It looked
it
so dope.
looked good.
It
It
looked
looked
so
good,
cool.
but you cannot tell me that this um tribe of people that only use spears can take this thing down.
But it's so dope. You gotta know the
No.
whole. You gotta know the whole history of these franchises. You gotta go and do just a rewatch, dude. You gotta go. You should watch all of these, and then we should watch Alien
I
versus
think
Predator,
I
and
think what gets
all
you
of them.
so hyped about it is what makes me so mad about it. I think because
Yeah.
you know they're badass and because that they're undefeatable, that it makes this one movie so much better because they finally do beat it. And that pisses me
Well,
off.
they beat it every time. They always kill
Well,
the
yeah,
Predator, but like,
I
it
know.
was cool watching
But with guns
like
it makes sense.
yeah. It's just I don't know. So I don't know. Watch Alien. Do an Alien watch. You don't have to worry about Predator. Here's the thing. Most people don't they don't want those franchises to mix. They just did Alien versus Predator and Alien AVP Requiem, but like and like they have like a history, but like for the most part, everyone's like keep them separate. Keep them like just a little bit away. Like you can do like little Easter eggs, but like I don't know, just keep them a little bit away. At least that's how it was until Alien versus Predator happened. So I would say watch Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and then watch and then of course you got Prometheus. You got
Okay, I've seen Prometheus.
yeah, that's an alien movie, sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I also didn't. Well, it wasn't a bad movie, but I didn't enjoy it by any
Gotta
means.
know
Like,
the history, because those movies, these movies are all about the reveals. It's all fan service. These movies, dude. It's so fun when they're like they drop something on, especially a prequel where they just drop something on you, and you're like, "That's the fucking thing from the thing from the first thing." That's me talking to my TV. I go, "That's the thing from the first thing." I love like when I was watching Rings of Power and all the elves and they had the rings on their hands and they did the thing from the movie and I was like, that's the scene from the movie from the Fellowship. Because I'm a fucking nerd. I love it. I love that kind of only because I grew up with Lord of the Rings. I grew up with Alien. I used to watch that movie. I watched that movie when I was really young, and so like it's a franchise. I don't know. I grew up with it. Fuck off. I think it's great. And I like that they're still making it. I'm glad Alien Romulus was like, just they leaned so hard into the aesthetic of those movies, which is for Alien, it's all about the looks, baby. It's all about how everything looks. Everything has a very specific look, and it's just, and everything copies it. Like Alien was the one that had that cowboy, kind of like that one guy on the spaceship that like wears a cowboy hat and like has like no sleeves that every single spaceship for some reason and everything outside of Star Trek has, which drives me insane. Because like, why is there always one dude from Texas? It's always like one dude who's just like yeehaw. He's always got to go yeehaw while he's like shooting he's always like that. He gets the biggest gun. That's a big gun right there,
dude, you know,
always that shit drives me
I
insane.
know.
Drives me
But
insane.
do you know what sucks? Do you know like how many people from Texas are like that? Even the
I know.
most educated people. Like I knew a guy that was a mechanical engineer, no, an aerospace engineer, and he just wears a cowboy hat 24/7.
Which is like, it's fine. I mean,
Hey
wearing a
Sean, what's
cowboy
up,
hat.
man? I love that guy.
What's up, Sean? Come on to the show, dude. We'll hang out with you. I don't mind. I got a cowboy hat. I can wear a cowboy hat. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just saying, like, logically, you're not gonna
Right.
have a cowboy on every, like, how is that even possible, right? Like that's more of me is just like that kind of continuity stuff makes me mad. I hate
Yeah.
that. I hate like overall the genre. I hate that has become like a staple that you need to have. You need to have like everyone else can be aliens, but like there's like one human who's like from Iowa who's like a big like football player, like quarterback, leader, best leader ever, and then there's always the other human is a guy from Texas. And it's like why can't like it be literally anything else? Or that guy is in again outside of Star Trek, I'm saying. This is all outside of Star Trek. But it's just strange and it doesn't make any sense. It definitely seems like a what's that a diversity issue amongst a lot of spaceships. You know what I mean? Because it seems like they have to hire the cowboy guy on their ship.
Yeah.
That must be like some weird space racism against
Probably.
Earthlings for some reason. Which makes sense because, like, if you think about it, if Earth did join a United Federation type of thing with other planets and alien species, Texas would fuck us up a lot. They would fuck up our chances of like friendly hanging out with aliens because they'd be all like aggressive and like I'm a human, bang bang, and so I could totally see like a bunch of aliens really hating Texans, and then that becoming like after a while, that becomes like we have to hire the Texans because like Texans they're living species too. We can't all just hate on Texans, even though they're all assholes. We got to be nice to, and let's hire the. You got to have at least one on your ship to be like I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm really struggling to figure out how like diversity hires.
Yeah.
Like that whole like weird CEO concept of like, well, you got to hire one of them. And it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it's a very tight rope to walk on because if you
think,
fall
yeah,
this way, it's oh, you're not representing everyone equally. But if you fall this way, then you're not giving the most qualified person the job.
yeah, yeah. It's like, and again, I don't think aliens will look at us as humans. They'll see humans. They won't see. I don't think they'll see race really, and so uh, we don't really see. Yeah, so they don't really see race with humans, but they see behavior, and they're like, this group right here is really going mad crazy right now. So I can totally see like racism in that, and I guess not racism, but like behaviorism amongst aliens for sure, because they're like, we're trying to run a global, like a multi-global federation here. Like we got to make sure everyone's behavior is on check. You can do whatever you want, but like behave. Like at least like come on. We're all trying to
Yeah,
help each other out here. And so I could totally see them being very behaviorist towards like Texans and stuff.
for sure. Sorry, my
No, you're
mom
good.
tried calling me during that, and I just remembered she texted me last night. I never text her back, so she might think I'm dead.
Oh
So I'm
Lord.
just gonna send her a quick text.
Gotcha. And you know what? As you're doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll move on to Mason's fantasy reality check. Oh, that's what it is.
Hmm.
Reality check. Ow! You know what's that? O'Reilly, like the O'Reilly
Yeah,
Auto Parts commercials or the
yeah.
Ow! That's
All
funny.
right.
All right, let's see what we got. How you doing?
Not good. Not good at all.
Awesome. All
So,
right.
a really fun thing that I like about fantasy football is
Yeah.
every week, almost every week, I am projected to win, and I never do. This week was the same actually. I was projected to win, not by a lot, maybe by like 5 points or so. Um, but it was in the realm of possibilities. Now it's
Okay.
not. Now it's not. So the guy I'm facing is already done. He has no other games going on tonight. We're recording Monday, so Monday Night Football. He ended
Yeah.
up finishing with 149 points. I'll round up for him. 149
Okay.
149 points.
And is that good
That's
for
pretty
today?
good. That's pretty
It
good. I
sounds
would
good.
say in
Over
our
100.
league, yeah, in our league, probably uh, a a solid week is like 120 or above.
Hey, there you go.
Um, so I still have two people left to play.
Okay.
One of I mentioned actually both of those players last week. So
Who are
that
they?
is Greg the Legs Erline,
Yeah, just
the
go Greg the
kicker.
leg. Greg the
Yeah.
leg.
So hopefully he can get me the same amount as uh my opponent's kicker got him, which was 17 points, which is insane for a kicker. That's
So
insane.
that's saying like high. Oh, he
Yeah.
got
So
17. You saying 17 points in the game?
he got 17 points in fantasy. He got probably more points in the game.
But what? So whoa. Hang on. Let's back up so we're on the same page.
Okay.
The kicker on fantasy, like overall, his points for that game, 17 points. You said earlier that 120 points was like a good game. Or
Oh,
is that
yes. My bad, my bad. So what I was
so?
saying,
Yeah.
120 points overall. So you have the quarterback, the receivers, the running backs. So
Gotcha.
the whole team together, your whole fantasy
So
team
him
together,
individually,
scored
his
17
so
points.
like if the team got 120, he's 17 of those points.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so he got 17 points, which is pretty good for a kicker. You're saying?
Yes, because he was
Okay.
projected 8.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
so
Gotcha.
and like kickers can get crazy because depending
Yeah.
on how far away they kick a field goal,
Mhm.
like if it's 30 yards, it's 3 points. If it's 40 yards, it's 4 points. If it's 50 yards, it's 5 points. So like if you make a 50-yarder, that's 5 points right there. And then like extra points are 1 point. But anyway,
Yeah.
they can they're boom or bust. They're either not getting you anything or they're getting you a lot.
Yeah. Let me think about this. Boomer bust. Boomer bust. Okay, so, um, okay, so boomer bust. What do you call? I mean, yeah, what do you call a statue of an old man from like the shoulders to the top of the head? A boomer bust. Blah, blah, blah. What do you call? What do you call? What do you call a plastic surgeon's office who works on the elderly? Boomer bust.
Nice.
All
Nice.
right. Earlier, when I was workshop. You know what? You don't need to know my process. Let's just move on. I wasn't
Oh,
talking to myself. Let's just move on. That guy had 17 points.
yeah, the opposing player. My guy has
Oh,
0
okay.
points right now because he hasn't played. So
Greg.
hopefully he
Good
gets
luck,
some.
Greg.
My
Rooting for
second
you, Greg.
player is
Yeah.
arguably my best player, Christian McCaffrey,
Yes, he
and
was he the handsome one? He was the handsome one, right?
he probably is the handsome one. He's
He
a
holds
handsome devil,
a lot of pictures of him holding a chicken wing when I was
probably.
doing
He's a
research.
badass. He's a badass. And he's such a badass that he's been hurt for a while now.
Oh,
Like, but everyone has been saying, well, it's Christian McCaffrey. Like, he might not play like the full game, but he's going to do well, and he's
yeah.
going to. And then in a surprise twist of events, after everyone's been saying how he's going to suit up, he's going to play, he's not
Yeah.
going to play tonight, and so he's out. So I can't even get points from him. And I
Oh.
started him, and guess what? It's Monday. Everyone else has already played. I cannot pick up anyone to replace him, and I'm not going to drop him.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
Greg,
can't drop him.
Greg the leg has to get. Let me do some math real quick.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the math real quick because I'm going to do it too slow.
Okay.
He needs. Let me do the count up method. 3 is 80.
I'm not gonna do math right now. Let me do math real fast.
I 70, 80 points, somewhere around there. He needs to score me 70, 80 points just for me to get close to tying with him.
Damn. So that's
Yeah.
like. So does he do kickoffs too?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
I was wondering.
Probably. But
What
you
do you
don't
think
get any
about that
points then.
new that kickoff, the new kickoff rule they got?
At this point, you might as well just scrap the whole thing, I think. Like,
Scrap a kickoff
yeah,
and just start on like the 30.
yeah, just start on like the 25 or something. Might as well.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's funny because like when you watch like college, they have like the old way, I guess, like how it was last season for kickoff, and the guy runs and he usually gets like creamed around like sometimes like 25, 35 yard line. He gets creamed by someone, and then in the new NFL kickoff version that I saw during the Chiefs game, they line up on the 25, 30, or like 30
I
yard
think
line,
they
20 yard
line.
line.
I, they they might line on both sides of the 50, maybe.
No, it's further. It's further in than that.
It's further back.
Yeah, it's further.
I don't know.
It's definitely like the 30 and 40 probably.
Okay,
Something like that.
which would make sense.
The guy like at that point the runner is just going toward a wall of people, so he only makes it, 25, 30 yards. So it's kind of like the same result as before, just with less impact.
Yeah, and I mean,
Which
if
makes sense,
it
I
ends up
guess.
working, whatever. Like, I think
Like,
that was some of my favorite parts in high school football for kickoff.
well, yeah, because
though.
it's the most dangerous.
Yeah,
Because everyone sprints as fast as they can to be the first one to tackle. Where now it's all about it's all on the kickoff catcher, the
the
kickoff
receiver
return, the receiver. Thank you.
or
You're
the
the first.
returner, and
I've been talking about this for a few days, and no one's corrected me on catcher, and it always felt wrong coming out of my mouth. And I'm so glad you finally. Okay, you know what? Your debt to me is done now. The debt of your debt is done. Thank you for your service. The receiver, it's all on him, on his skills of running with the ball. Whereas instead, it was like all about who could get there first to tackle him. Now it's
yeah,
more, can he get himself out? And I'm just curious to see the strategies that come out of it, because I feel like it's gonna, because usually a kickoff return is like, at least this is me with only experience of like Madden for like looking at plays, is like kickoff middle, left, and right, and everyone flows this way, everyone flows that way, whatever. Now I think it's probably going to be more of like normal play, like when you're moving the ball like on offense, it's going to be more of like, okay, we're going to do like a 32, like in that hole. So like we're going to open up this little gap in our wall, and you're going to catch the ball and run through it. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of like interesting strategy from it.
yeah.
So we'll
I
see.
mean, and definitely at the professional level, when everyone is a monster, it's probably a lot better to do that.
And they're getting older too. They're all older, so
Yeah.
like the hits are a lot harder. And while we're on it, what's up, Tom? So Tom Brady didn't retire, or is he playing this season?
I don't think Tom Brady's playing this season. Aaron
Bro,
Rodgers is, right?
I saw a commercial the other day. Tom Brady talking to his like childhood, all his like he's doing like an eras thing where he's talking to all his past selves. I think he's suiting up, dude. Are you looking
I
it
know
up?
he talked about it. So 5 months ago, he said Tom Brady won't rule out return to NFL, and I think I did see something where, I think I did see something where if like the right team asked him, he would play. I forgot what team that was. It wasn't the Buccaneers though.
Just the
Um,
Chiefs?
no, he wouldn't. No,
He
and
would never.
Andy Reid would just be like, "Okay,
Yeah,
we
okay,
have
pretty boy.
Patrick Mahomes."
I
Everyone
just
has
feel like
already said Patrick Mahomes is like the best quarterback right now, so there's no way Andy Reid
I
would.
heard a bunch of announcers before the Chiefs game saying how the Chiefs they're not even a football team anymore. They're more like entertainers. And I was
Yeah,
sitting there at my brother-in-law's house. I was going, that's not a good thing for a football team to be. They need to be a football team. Like, what the hell? Why are they entertainers? That doesn't make any sense.
I think people are just upset with the. I think people are just upset that the Chiefs are winning a lot,
I'm
and the.
upset that every Chiefs player is in fucking commercials,
Oh
and
yeah,
it drives me insane. Because like for me, because it's like you make so much money as an NFL player. Like, why do you? Like, it just I could go on like a long rant about this the whole money situation in professional sports is a heated topic. Uh,
Travis Kelsey's in a movie that's on Hulu, I think, and then I think he's also going to be in Happy Gilmore too.
I want the Chiefs to lose so bad, only because so I can just stand up and go, that's because you guys are all in fucking movies right now. Instead of being on the field practicing where you should be. That's for me to do my little fucking stupid spiel that I do,
Yeah,
because I'm an asshole during football games. Uh,
yeah. But you
but
got to know this is probably Travis Kelsey's. That's probably Travis Kelsey's backup plan. Is probably acting.
oh, for sure, for sure. But it's like you don't need a backup plan.
Right. No.
You're an NFL player. You can retire right now and be set for your entire life. Uh, so like
Yeah.
if I was a manager of a team, I would say you're not allowed. You can't do any of that until you're off my team. Like I want you only focusing on football. If you're wanting to do acting, then fuck off my team. Go do acting. I don't want you on my team if you're not going to be 1,000% focused on winning games and making me $1 billion.
For sure. But I
That's but
mean,
that's my weird stance on that.
for sure. But probably a lot of these commercials and movies and stuff were done during the off season.
I know that's what everyone always tells me, and I'm like, shut
But
up.
and
There
look, I
shouldn't
am
be an
not.
off season for football. You should always be focused on
Yeah.
making me more billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Because like if anything, just pay them another 100 million on top of all their salaries. Why not?
No, because I'm tired of everyone getting paid so much freaking money.
Yeah, they keep talking
Like
about that.
they don't need to be
Yeah.
getting paid that much because of what you just said. They could do movies, they can do advertisements and stuff. But I mean, that's no one's going to agree on that
That bubble's
subject.
gonna pop, and I
But
don't know. I'm just
I don't know, man.
it's gonna pop like it always does. It always pops. Like the whole
Also,
like
it's
sports industry, like the way it's run right now.
but what if you're still doing whatever you want to do, but you still produce really well? Are you mad about that?
You mean like how? Well, like if Travis Kelsey wins like an Oscar or something for his movie, and also they win another Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
he's like so, and it's like not even. I don't know. I just feel like
Because
it's
like
fine.
I've
No, it's fine. It's
always
fine. It's fine that like yeah, they're funny. Like when Patrick Mahomes and like Travis Kelsey or his brother, they're funny.
Yeah.
They're funny guys. They're really charismatic people.
Yeah.
Which is why they're like big celebrities, obviously.
Yeah.
I just feel like the the way the obsession for sports has gotten, like the
Yeah.
way it's like, I mean, it's insane. Like the amount of money that they're pumping in, to that, and the way they're not like the way they still do like the whole. It's gonna be the stadiums. I feel like at one point that's a big crack for them. The fact that like they're like, oh, we're gonna have the communities like pay for half of this, and everyone's like, why the fuck? Because everyone knows now. Like that's the thing with technology. It opened up all this. Like everyone can see how much money you have. NFL. Like, why would we help build a stadium for you? You have billions of dollars. You build the stadium. It's your team. If I want to start a business, I can't just ask the community to pay for half my business at the startup. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but they're not at the startup.
Well, that's the thing. They think, but they have that. They think that we think they are. That's the thing. They think that like they whine about like, oh, we lost like $1 million in this like lawsuit thing, and everyone's like, oh no, poor you. $1 million? That's like a drop in the bucket for you. Like if I got fined $10,000, I'd be fucked for so long, so long. Like it's crazy. It's just crazy how like they're. I don't know. I don't want to make it a conspiracy. Like they're trying to trick us, you know. But like it's just the space between like them and us is very strange.
Yeah,
At least from
that's
both perspectives.
That's the capitalist system, though. You
Yeah,
basically
it's just
you
strange.
prey on the unbeknownst, or the people that don't know anything, and then that's how you make a profit is by what you can sell that they don't need.
And that's why instead of donating books to schools, they donate. The NFL donates like football fields and like workout equipment and stuff like that. They don't help the schools get better at like being schools. They help the schools get better football teams and sport teams, which is great. The country looks great. It's like January 6th was like not a symptom of something worse. Anyway, I think we're good to go. I don't know if I have anything. Oh, we need to talk about Angel Reese. We did it again. We did it again. That's a shame, dude. That was literally a couple days after we talked about that. In the recording, I saw that happen. I was like, "Oh no!"
Isn't that also crazy? How now you're kind of you notice WNBA headlines and stuff.
Of course. Well, Apple or some technology guy came out and said like, "Oh yeah, back in the early days of like Facebook and stuff, yeah, they'd hook up to your microphone. Like you'd hit, you want to use a microphone, you hit yes, and it would just run in the background if you didn't close up the app, and we would use that to better send ads to you." So they admitted it. So we were all not crazy. It's real, which is nuts. Look up The Conversation, 1974, Gene Hackman. Just watched it. So good. Really, same thing. Like they had the NSA. I think he works for the NSA. Early days NSA. It was crazy. Anyway, but Angel Reese. That sucks. I don't. People are saying online that she's faking it.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope not. I don't know why she would do that. Why would she do that?
Yeah, I doubt it. She has a huge fan base. I mean, it's her and Caitlin Clark are like basically the faces of the WNBA right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the only reason people are even suggesting that is because like in their last those two's last game together that they played, Caitlin Clark went off on their team and won. Or the Fever won, and I think after that game, a lot of people said, "Okay, Angel Reese is no longer in the running," and I think people are now saying like, "Oh, she's butthurt about it or something," which is crazy. Like,
that is crazy.
If anything, that would probably just piss her off and she'd try to probably do more.
Yeah, now I kind of want her to come back and like,
she seems like the personality that like if she has a chip on her shoulder, she will fuck someone up.
Which in basketball,
I feel like she wouldn't just roll over. I think she'd try to make a point. But
here's my theory, because when you told me earlier when we talked about this briefly that people were saying that she was faking it or whatever, and it made me think. I had a little light in my head for a theory that this is her rookie season, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically done now. So, and we've just established last week that NBA they're in preseason right now. WNBA they're in their season right now, right? They started back in like May or something, or March or something.
So.
Okay, so they're in their season. Okay, that might hurt my question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So my question was, because if she is faking it, because that's always my thing is like, if she's faking it, why would she fake it? What's the reason to end the season right now? It's your rookie season. You would not want your rookie season to end in an injury, like that's just horrible. And so she ends her season now, and at the start of next season, is it still her rookie season? And at that point, I was like, I wasn't sure if we had established that WNBA was not in preseason. Like if she had got injured in preseason of her rookie season and then got injured and like couldn't play the season, and if she played next season, would that be her rookie season still or no?
I don't know the technicalities. I would call it her rookie season, but I don't know technically yay or nay. But
So
I feel like if
maybe
you don't
she's like giving up her rookies like of the year
status.
title, and then like gonna try again. I mean, who knows? Maybe she'll be like, well, I didn't finish my first season, so like this still counts as my first season, my first full season. Which just I don't know if that works.
No,
so.
like I said, I think she's and like she was a known like talker in college, and I don't know, man. I don't follow enough of the WNBA. Just the handful of TikToks that pop up with like ESPN like announcers actually talking about it and such. But I don't know, man. I feel like first off, you're a professional athlete. I feel like you need to get an absolute like diagnosis saying like you cannot like enter this further or else it's just going to ruin your career before anyone on your like before you or like your coach or anyone says like it's a season ending like injury. Like it's got to be bad enough where it's going to like possibly fuck her up later on.
If she kept pushing it and like didn't let it properly heal.
And she's also the number 2 rookie right now. Next to Caitlin Clark, who will probably go down as like the LeBron or the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. That's not a bad look to have.
No.
You know? Like she's still good. Like she's still like as a rookie. Like if Caitlin Clark wasn't there, she would easily be the rookie of the year.
But, for sure. Easily.
Yeah, I don't know. So
I don't think she's again. I don't even watch NBA. I don't see WNBA ever. I don't watch it, not for any other reason other than I don't really care about basketball. And so what I see on Reddit, like r/sports, every so often, it's only Caitlin Clark. She's always the face on the WNBA. Whenever there's an article about it, it's always her, always about her. I don't know why that is. I don't know if I did that to my own algorithm. Like I clicked on one thing a long time ago. Now they only send me Caitlin Clark news. I don't know. But I did see Angel Reese for the first time, and that was when I saw that she had an injury. And she looks like earlier today, actually, she shut down speculations about this season-ending injury. So we can shut this whole case down now. She has a small crack in her bone in her wrist. Which, that would be really bad if that didn't heal properly, especially for a basketball player.
Yeah, and every time you play a game, you just have a chance of making it worse.
Yeah, so I fell on my hand when I got the and one. When I fell back and fell on my hand, and it is a small crack in my bone. I feel like that was a weird thing I just said, but that's word for word what it says on here.
Yeah.
This is the number. Oh yeah, she was number 7 overall pick. By the Sky. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So, crack in the wrist. No good. No good.
Especially for her, she's a center or something, so she's like the big man. Yeah. So like you need to be pretty tough, but also sturdy.
Yeah, butts to nuts. Well, my old JV basketball coach used to say after practice.
In the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said, butts to nuts. Defense drill. Quick surprise defense drill. I'm like, Coach, where's the ball? Got 2 right here. And he had the largest testicles you've ever seen. So we're gonna end the episode there on Path 115. Remember, I'm Van. That's Mason. Our names popped down early. You know who we are at this point, I hope. And I actually don't have a Missouri quote this week, which I know is like, haha, I don't have a quote. I gotta look it up real fast. I know that happens every week, but this time I legit didn't want to do one.
Nice.
For one reason. There was a death today, right before we started recording.
Oh.
I saw the news for this, and it hadn't even dropped on Google. Like I went to Google and it was like this person's still alive, and then I checked like 10 minutes later. Now it says he's dead, and I was like, holy shit, I've never done that before. That was crazy. Anyway, so big moment for me, but sad news, somber. This is really sad. This is honestly really sad news.
But a big win for me.
James Earl Jones died, Mason.
Oh, I did think.
He's 93.
Did I hear that?
It was
Maybe I
93.
didn't.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
He was in that famous baseball movie that everyone knows and cherishes. On the same time, we're gonna say it. Don't say it yet. 1, 2, 3. The Sandlot.
Rookie of the year. Oh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Field of Dreams. He was in
Oh,
Field of Dreams
no.
too.
Oh.
If Trace was here, he would have said Field of Dreams.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a crying baby. So James Earl Jones died. Holy shit, that's so sad.
I'm honestly surprised he's still alive, to be honest with you.
I kind of am too. He was a huge voice actor. I mean, he's always been
Yeah.
a big voice actor, but
I think he did a lot of Family Guy and stuff.
I think he did too. He did. Wasn't Family Guy quite a bit actually? Now that you say that, I was seeing things on him like he would go to conventions, like Star Wars conventions, and people would come up to him and make him say, Luke, I am your father" to me, and he would say, he would like correct them and say, well, the actual quote is, "No, I am your father," and
Yeah.
he's like, and then I would stand really like menacingly, and I would force choke them and watch them cry and beg for mercy, and then I would walk away, and people
Nice.
would cheer every time.
Oh, they would
And
love
I was
it.
like, that's the coolest thing ever. So James Earl Jones, so cool, such a cool guy. I've been going back and forth on like trying to do his voice for this quote. What do you think? Do you think I should try it or not?
I
'Cause
mean, you might as
if I
well.
go for it, maybe we can do 2 takes. I'll try it, and I'm gonna go like I'm gonna go full. I'm gonna try and like fully get the character, and like I'm not gonna stop. So whatever ends up coming out of my mouth, I'm gonna try and commit to. Okay.
Okay.
So again, very somber news. We're lightening the mood. So this is the quote. This is the quote I have from James Earl Jones. I thought it was a cool quote because it'll show like how he started with like hard struggles in his life, and then like where he got voice acting wise, because he used to have a really bad stutter when he was growing up. I'll read the quote. So.
Oh, he's going to do the stutter.
No, I'm not gonna. I thought about doing that, but I'm not gonna do the stutter.
Okay, he just died, man.
I thought about doing the stutter, but I'm not going to. Okay.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
Big bouncing balloons. Okay, here we go. I couldn't speak to people without breaking up and stuttering. I still stutter, but I've learned how to use it, how to work around it. End quote. How's that? Was that okay?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm gonna get in trouble for that, or should I just do it normally?
No, I don't think you're going to get in trouble for it.
Okay. You never know. You never know.
I think if someone tries to get mad at you for that, I think they can kick rocks. Like, yeah, I think that was fine. I think it's when someone says, "Hey, I'm going to impersonate Jackie Chan," and then they do something completely wrong.
I didn't
I
do
think that's
anything.
the difference.
I just made my voice really deep.
Yeah,
I was
you
just
talked like this, and that's really what it is.
I was just trying to open my throat and try and because I was trying to picture like he used to have a stutter and he works around
really
it. So,
low looking up.
Right. I was looking. That's so true. I was looking down the whole time.
Yeah.
I wanted to look up, but I was honestly a little nervous. Okay, let me try. Okay, let me open up my chest and my diaphragm. Okay. I couldn't speak to. Wait, let me hold it up. I couldn't speak to people without breaking up and stuttering. I still stutter, but I've learned how to use it, how to work around it.
Yeah.
Hello, manifestations.
No, that was fun. Yeah, stay safe, everyone. The blackface is definitely wrong. You shouldn't do that. But
I shouldn't do that. Why would the editor color in my face like that? That's so fucked up.
Yeah, the editor.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Oh, bye
Shit.
guys.
Bye.
Holy
Bye.
cow.
Oh my god.